Good morning, y'all. I've got a day off today, so I figured I'd check in with you, and hopefully y'all are doing good. Anyway, I got to thinking this morning about uh, we've I've now lived up in upstate New York for about right at 6 months. So yesterday we got like maybe it's probably every bit of 10 inches of snow where we're at. Anyway, um, so I got to thinking about how many things I've actually had to learn from living up here. So I had to take my husband to work this morning because he couldn't get his car out of the drive. Um, and since I got the Jeep, I drove him to work, took Riley to school. So, um, you know, with a Jeep, you're invincible, you know. And everybody always says, like, oh, you got four-wheel drive, you got a Jeep, you're fine. Okay, first off, I have one bald tire on my Jeep. That's a whole other story. But I know I should have gotten new tires before winter set in, but we didn't have the money. So anyway, I'm here to tell you that yes, you can get a Jeep stuck. I know this because it happened to me this morning when I was trying to back in to the driveway after taking Riley to school. I missed my tire tracks that I had made going out of the driveway, and I hit the snow that the plow had pushed out of the road in front of our driveway. And yes, you can get a Jeep stuck because I did it this morning. So I had to come get the shovel and dig myself out. So yeah, that's a possibility. Another important thing that I've learned, and I want everybody to know, if they ever make a trip to the North Country, there's a sign on 87 that says limited cell service. Do not think this is up there just to make the highway look good, because it's not. This is the North Country's way of saying you are screwed if your car breaks down or anything. They're dead up serious. Like, for example, I sent my husband a text the other day, and because we both work down at the grocery store here in town, and I said, on your way home, pick up some breadcrumbs and bring them home. He didn't get that text message till he got home. So even just a mile from town, our cell service is extremely sketchy up here. And that's just how it is up here. So they aren't lying when they say you have limited cell service. Like on those commercials where they show you a map where their cell coverage covers, and like 99% of the United States is covered, but you'll get a few spots here and there. Well, yeah, we're that spot up in upstate New York that's not covered. I mean, we have it off and on, wherever, depending on where you go and stuff like that. So you may or may not have cell service. So 87, on Highway 87, they advise you of that you have limited cell service, and they are not lying about it. So, the other thing I've learned, bugs don't necessarily hibernate. We have had ladybugs and stink bugs in our house all winter long. And the other day, my husband found a spider alive upstairs. He's dead now, but he was alive at the time. So they don't necessarily hibernate. They every now and again you'll see a ladybug or a stink bug or something. Apparently that's just part of life up here. Wood. Wood is a necessity if you have a wood stove to burn in the wintertime. And November is not the time to make that decision. We moved up here last August of 2017, and we weren't going to burn it. We'd made that decision. We got a propane monitor to provide heat for the house. But the thing is, our house doesn't have ductwork in it, so we can't, we don't have normal heat. So around about November, beginning of November, I guess, my husband said, I think I'm going to clean that wood stove out, and we're going to burn it this weekend to kind of help out the propane monitor. I said, okay. But that's not the time when you need to make that decision. You need to make that decision like in the summer. And you need to prepare for all the wood you're going to be burning. So we're kind of hitting and missing on that wood supply this winter. But we're keeping track of how much we're burning, so we kind of know what we're going to need to get for next winter. But I've ranked so much wood up here this winter. I don't even know how much I've ranked, but yeah, it's work up here. And up here, if you're a girly girl, you might not even want to come up here, because I'm not saying you can't be a girly girl, but you're going to get your clothes dirty, you're going to get your hair messed up, and life is going to slap you into next week. You'll go to bed one night, you'll go to bed on a Wednesday night, wake up, it's Monday, and you're going to be like, what happened? Because life slapped you into next week. That's what happened. You get your clothes dirty, you get your hair messed up. That's just the way of life up here. I've gotten burnt on the wood stove. I got scars as a reminder. I got one here. I got one over here. Just a reminder of lessons learned. That's what that's about. No quick trip dang near anywhere up here. We have we have a grocery store in town, like I said before, my husband and I work at. And yeah, we can pick up stuff there, and we do some of our shopping there, but like major stores, like a Walmart or the mall or, Lowe's, any place like that, you're going to have to drive to like Plattsburgh, and that's a 45-minute drive. Lake Placid is 30 minutes away. Saranac Lake is, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes away. Anyway, it's a drive. And when we make our trip to Plattsburgh, it's not just we're going to run to Plattsburgh and pick something up. No, you'd run to Plattsburgh, you're taking care of a list of stuff. So, and that leads to, there's no fast food restaurants in our town. None. We have a pizza place, and it's a really decent pizza place, but they're closed on Sundays and Mondays. So if it's Sunday or Monday, you ain't getting pizza from them. They're closed. We have a couple other places you can eat at, but these aren't fast food restaurants. So you're not going to have a quick trip to the McDonald's, because you don't feel like fixing dinner. This is stuff you got to plan. I hated planning dinner. When I was living in Evansville, that was the worst. I always hope, can't we just do away with dinner? I got so tired of planning dinner. You better be planning something, because you're not just going to run to the dollar menu. It's not going to happen. Not unless you have to go to Plattsburgh, maybe. So, those are just a few things that I have learned. I love living up here, but there's been a whole lot to learn. And critters, I saw a bobcat in the woods across the road from the house one day, and I was like, I don't think that's a bobcat. And so I asked Eric, I was like, we have bobcats up here? He was like, yeah, but that's what it was. It was a bobcat. So, there's all sorts of things to learn up here. All sorts of things. Not that I'm bitching. I'm not, because I love living up here. But I've learned an awful lot in the last 6 months. And I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be learning. So, it's not all bad, though. It's not all bad. I love living up here. But it's definitely a different way of life from living in Evansville, where we had just a Sonic or a McDonald's right around the corner. And it's just not that way. And fountain sodas. There you go. That's another one. I love a fountain soda. Love it. In Evansville, there were places that sell you a fountain soda. Even the gas stations, the convenience stores, you know, in styrofoam cups. You're not going to find a styrofoam cup up here. I know it's extremely bad for the environment. I know. But they keep your soda so much nicer for a good minute, you know. But you're not going to find that up here unless you go to like a McDonald's or someplace. The gas stations, they don't sell fountain sodas up here. I haven't found them yet. I mean, there's other things I haven't, like you can't find a Zesta cracker up here to save your life. Somebody say, I'll pay you $1 million. You find me a Zesta cracker, you're going to have to order that thing online. There's a lot of online ordering stuff going on up here. Our French dressing that we use, can't find it up here. Can't find it. There's another thing we use for our chuck roast and chicken in the crock pot that we could get down home. Not up here. You're going to have to order that online. I mean, there's quite a few things. I'm like, the Zesta cracker blew my mind. I haven't found a Zesta cracker yet. I still ain't found one. I'm pretty sure they don't come up here. I don't know what the deal is, but that's been an adjustment too, because you get used to certain brands, you know, and you kind of want to keep those. You like them and all, but got to do away with it, or else order them online. I don't know. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's just something you got used to, you know, something you grew up with. And sometimes you just got to make adjustments. So, anyway, so those are just a few things that I've learned over the past 6 months since I've lived up here. So this year, I can guarantee you, we better not be waiting until November to be gathering wood up. That's all I got to say, because I don't like this iffiness on the wood supply. I love the wood burning stove, but I don't, you know, I want to make sure I got plenty of wood to burn, and it's got to be dry wood. I know this one's going to sound really dumb, but dry wood burns hotter than wet wood. Now, I know that should be common sense, but I haven't had to deal with starting a fire and maintaining it since I was a kid, when we had a fireplace in our house that we grew up in. And I didn't have to go gather the wood. I don't know where the wood came from. I guess Daddy magically just, boom, we have wood. You know, I don't know. But we all learned how to start a fire. I can start a fire. I can maintain it. And even with wet wood, but you got to get a little dry. You know, it's got to dry out. You're going to hear it psss when you're burning. You don't want that. You want dry wood. It burns. It also burns hotter. So, anyway, just a few things that I've learned. So, I hope you all are having a great day. Weekend's almost here. That's a plus right there. Hope y'all don't have to work. Hoping you're having good weather. I guess my husband's going to come home and snow blow the driveway. Snow blow it? Yeah, I think that's what that's called. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn how to do that too. That thing's heavy. And I don't know. I'm going to have to learn how to do it. I just don't want to learn how to do it by myself. He's talked me through it, but I just don't want to have to try and run that machine, you know, never running it before by myself. I want somebody to be there in case something happens, because, you know, hell, I went 48 years, my entire life, never broke a bone, moved up here to upstate New York, broke my arm, you know. So if something can happen, it'll probably happen, and I just don't want it to happen. So I'm going to have to learn how to snow blow. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Be nice to each other, love each other. It all starts with us, you know. I'm not going to say it starts with you, because it starts with all of us. You know, we got to learn to try and be a little nicer to people, and you just never know what they're going through. So, hope y'all have a great weekend, and you guys take care, be careful, and love each other. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.